Whew, what a day. Yeah, Luxon's Prime Minister, Act 1 Taranaki, top loss to the Ilum Electorate, Winston Peters is fucking back, the Maori Party has won probably 6 fucking electorates, the Voice to Parliament lost in Australia, and the All Blacks fucking won. What more do you fucking want? Okay, so the 2023 New Zealand election was yesterday, and it was really exciting. It went the way you expected. National has come out on top. National has, 39% of the vote at the moment, with Labour at 26.9%, Greens at 10.8%, ACT at 9%, New Zealand first, coming back from the grave. The fucking crypt keeper, Winston Peters, has fucking come back. New Zealand first at 6.5%, up 3.8% from their last election. They're back, baby. You can't argue it. Winston's fucking back. You know, you look back at my catalogue. I said Winston ain't coming back. I was wrong. I'm the wrong person. I am the incorrect man. Never listen to me when I speak. The Maori Party, Te Party Maori, at 2.6%. And that's all that matters. Opportunities Party at 2.1%, doesn't fucking matter. Didn't win an electorate. Not over that 5% threshold. Get fucked. Alright. So, at the start of the day, it looked like, as I'm watching the coverage, it looked like National was sitting fucking pretty at 43% of the vote. Fucking disgusting. But they've settled back down now. So the story really is the party votes, because that's all that really matters at the end of the day. The party votes on these numbers, if we look at the seat count, National with 50 seats and ACT with 11 seats, that's 51 seats. Oh, that's 61 seats. That's a majority government. For now. Alright, so we'll get to that. But that's for now, okay? Labour and the Greens and the Maori Party, what's that? That's 48, 52 seats. 52 seats versus 61 seats. Fucking, they got rolled, bro. They got rolled. Now, why did I say put a little asterisk? Okay, so obviously, as people might be aware, there is a by-election in November, because one of the ACT candidates passed away just before the election. I don't actually know what happened, but so he passed away just before the election, causing a by-election, which would cause an overhang seat in Parliament. So instead of the 120 seats in Parliament, we're essentially going, let's forget about the electorate for now. We will do the normal election and then count out the 120 seats, and then we will add that seat on later. We'll give you an extra seat. And so that's going to happen, and that is going to lead to 121 seats in Parliament, and National's going to win that election easy, unless, ACT comes in with something. Probably not. National will probably win that. That is a very conservative electorate. So they're going to be sitting up one more electorate, one more seat, making that, 62? That's a comfortable lead. But then we've got to talk about the Maori Party. So the Maori Party could win 6 of the 7 electorates. So let's look at the results for those electorates, okay? So we've got here, my pronunciation is going to be terrible. Hauraki Waikato, they're up over 1,000 votes. They're there. Nani Mahuta actually conceded last night. So Hana is in there. Let's go. She's going to be the youngest MP in Parliament's history. She's 21? Crazy. If you saw her on the youth debate, she was great. She's electric. She is a really good representation for her community. And I think she's going to be great in Parliament. So this is interesting. So Mika Whaitiri, so she left the Labour Party and joined the Maori Party during this last election. And they were slam dunk. She's going to take her electorate with it. It's going to be great. She looks like she's lost that. On these votes, even with special votes coming in, we'll get to special votes later. But even with special votes coming in, this isn't going to change. This is done. So the Maori Party lost that seat. Okay. Tamaki Makaurau. Alright, that's my electorate. So I voted in the Tamaki Makaurau electorate. And that's fucking, 500 votes. 500 votes are in that. They could swing that. That could swing. We just don't know. Debbie, the co-leader of the Maori Party, she's gonna win her electorate easy. She's fucking swept that shit. Fucking put that in the win pile. Calvin Davis is up in his electorate by about 500 votes. It's so tight in that electorate, that could change. Tamaki Makaurau and Tika Tokoro, they could switch, okay? So those are really in the air. 500 votes is not a lot in the electorate. Titai Tonga, fucking, that's a surprise. No one saw that one coming. No one thought that was in the mix. No one thought that they were going to win that. That the Maori Party were going to win that. They've clearly won that. Fucking over 2,000 votes. We get 1,000 or so. That's not within special votes coming in. They got that. And Rawi obviously running away with it with his electorate. Absolutely insane. So what does this mean? They could win 6 of these electorates. Probably 4 definite, 6 maybe, right? But what's their party vote? Their party vote is only 2.6. That's enough to get 3 or 4 MPs. That's going to create an overhang. There could be another 2-seat overhang, potentially, making the number in Parliament like 123, 124. Like, this is insane. This is actually crazy. So 124 seats in Parliament, you're going to need, 63 seats to govern. National don't have that right now. They don't have that. Even with the by-election, they're not going to have it. They're going to need New Zealand First. Now, also, special votes are coming in. So special votes are people who voted outside the electorate, voted overseas, didn't enroll in time. That's like 500,000 votes. Still need to be counted. A massive chunk. And we've seen in the past that that these types of votes swing to the left. So the Maori Party, the Labour Party, and the Green Party, they're going to benefit. National acted New Zealand First. They're going to go down. They are going to lose votes out of this. I don't think it's going to be 1.5% to kick Winston out. So Winston's in. As New Zealand First, famously, they lost in 2020 after supporting Labour and shitting over all their voters in 2017 to support the Labour Party, even though they were clearly leaning towards, in their run-up to the election, saying they would probably support National. And so they led, they formed that coalition with Labour, got absolutely demolished in the 2020 election. I said it, everyone said it, naysayers, Winston ain't coming back, and like a fucking bad rash, he's fucking back, baby. I want to kill myself. Winston is the worst. Oh my god. But it is going to make Luxon's life, the leader of the National Party, the potential new Prime Minister, going to be... His life's going to be a fucking nightmare. He's going to have to deal with New Zealand First and ACT around a cabinet table. What's going to happen? We don't know. We don't know the outcome of this. It's going to be crazy. So, only time will tell. After special votes, let's let coalition talks begin. We'll see. We'll see how much Winston wants to swing his dick around when they only need him for 1 or 2 seats. But he's going to be like, hey, I want to be this, I want to be that. Pass my New Zealand First policy here, pass my policy here, cancel your policy, cancel that. We'll see how much he's going to swing his dick around, see how Luxon can wrangle him. We'll see. We'll see if he can. So let's talk about electorates as well. So electorates don't really matter. So unless a party is under 5%, an electorate does not matter. It doesn't matter. You don't need to win them. Okay? But they do for the Maori Party just because they get those overhang seats as well. But it doesn't matter. But still, it's fun to talk about. So let's talk about it. ACT, they won Epsom. Expected. Understandable. Have a nice day. Oh, what's that? Tamaki right next to electorate. Brooke Van Velden fucking winning. I was a naysayer. A lot of people saying, oh, the polls are showing it's neck and neck. She could win. I was like, fucking get fucked. ACT is on the downturn. They're not coming. They were polling at like 17% in the past. They ended up at like 9%. They're obviously on the downturn. They're not going to win another electorate. And they did. Crazy. Brooke Van Velden fucking won that electorate. Good on her. Representing her area and all that. It's crazy how people support cringe-ass fucking ACT Party. Fuck the ACT Party. Anyway, more exciting. The Green Party. They obviously won Auckland Central. They won it last election. They weren't going to lose it. Chloe Swarbrick is the leader, is the representative in that party for that area. Fuck it. She's very popular. She wasn't going to lose, and she obviously won, right? She swept that shit by more than 3,000 votes, which is crazy. I'm surprised people even voted for Labour in that election. What a waste of 1,689 votes. Anyway, but let's go down to Wellington. So they were really trying to win Wellington Central. There was a big push. James Shaw, the leader of the party, stepped down. They put in Tamartha Paul. Now she is, popular. I think she was a former council member. She's very popular down there. They were doing a really big grassroots campaign there, and they fucking won. But let's overshadow that with the random win in Raitongi. Oh my god, right next to Wellington Central, Julianne Genta fucking won. What the fuck? Like, that's within 800 votes. That could switch in the special votes. I don't think so, though. That's crazy that they won that. And Ricardo March was fucking crushing over in Auckland as well. Let's go and have a look at that. Yeah, Ricardo Mendes March, 6,000 votes in Mount Albert. He got so many votes in that strong Labour electorate that it looked like Labour was going to, that National was going to win that electorate. And you've seen that all over these West Auckland places as well, like Mangere, Mount Roskill, like New Lynn. They were talking about the night like that. Fuck, the National Party got to sweep all these electorates. But it wasn't because of National. It was because Greens have such strong grassroots support in these electorates. Like, that's really promising for the Greens. And, they can keep that momentum going and keep going for the next election. Now, I was a bit disappointed by the 11% outcome. Not even 11%. What's that? 10.8. It's probably going to go up to 11. Hopefully, it's going to be their biggest outcome ever. Most likely. I think because they got like 11 point something in 2014, I believe, or 2011. And so that's really exciting for them, that they might have the best outcome. They were polling at 15%. I was coping. All right, I thought Greens 15, baby. Greens to the fucking moon. But let's be real. The Greens won big in 2020. They won big in 2023 now. It's only going up. Greens' popularity really shows how dispopular Labour is at the moment. I think that Labour is not offering a good message for lefties, and they're only focusing on the centre vote, and then it's leaving a lot of people further to the left to be disenfranchised by them. And so they're running to the Greens. Good on them. Let's go. Get that Green vote out. I think it is interesting to talk about the Island electorate. Ralph Manji, the leader of the Opportunities Party, he was going hard on that. So he's a former councillor from that area. He's like, the Opportunities Party, we're going to win Island, so don't even worry about it. And he didn't. He was way off. Maybe he should have been more mates with the Labour Party, and they try to get them to do like a handshake agreement, get their candidate out, get their support. Didn't do it. He tried to get National to do that thing, and it didn't do it as well. So, I keep coping for the top party. This was their best option. I think this is the best they've done so far on the outcomes. So, obviously, the 2017 outcome was their highest party vote, but in 2023, at least they tried for an electorate. And I think they need to keep going. I really hope Ralph doesn't leave the party. I hope he stays in. I hope he keeps leading it from outside of Parliament. Hope he comes back 2026. We'll see though. I'll touch on Australia real quick. So Australia, they had the voice to Parliament vote. So it was a vote to see if there should be like non-voting rights for Indigenous people in Australia's Parliament, and it got voted down. It was pretty close, but it got voted down, and what can you expect? Fucking Australia full of fucking bigots. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's the most minor thing in the world. The voice of Parliament. It's nothing compared to what we're talking about in New Zealand, where we're talking about, co-governance and adhering to the treaty and all that. In Australia, they committed fucking genocide against fucking the Indigenous, and then they're like, fuck it, we don't even want them we don't even want to see a Aborigine in fucking Parliament. Disgusting. So, yeah, gross. Fuck you, Australia. You're crazy right wing. What are you doing? But the All Blacks won. I'm pumped right now because the All Blacks just fucking won fucking minutes ago. And I'm quickly recording this after the game. I'm hungover from last night. I had to wake up early. I'm tired. And I have to get to work right now. Anyway, the election was huge. National have it. Winston Peters is back. We'll see what's going to happen with these coalition talks. Probably, it's hard to say. Everyone's saying David Seymour, obviously the biggest party, the actors obviously bigger than New Zealand First, so the biggest support party should be like Deputy Prime Minister, should be that type of support. Winston might come in, swing his dick around. Winston might say, fuck it. No, I'm the Deputy Prime Minister. No, actors in the formal coalition. No, this and that. So we will have to see. Winston has held this country hostage before. He'll do it again. All you fucking boomers who fucking voted for him, fuck you. This is probably the best outcome for a lefty, to say that at least Winston's here fucking up Luxon's day. They're not going to get a lot of their policies passed. They're not going to increase superannuation because of this. They might hold back some of the cuts, some of the job cuts, things like that ACT and New Zealand First, ACT and National talk about. So we'll have to see. We will just have to see. So, thank you everyone who voted. It's really important to get your vote out there. Special votes are still coming in. I'll do an update after the special votes in. So, yeah, stay tuned.